There's never been a better time to have SiriusXM. With even more exclusive content, with over 150 channels in your vehicle, including the widest, deepest variety of music, ad-free. Root for your team. Get news. Listen to whatever makes you laugh. And hear all about your favorite stars. Your Platinum Plan offer includes more than ever before to enjoy online, on your phone, or at home. Create your own ad-free personalized stations powered by Pandora. Hear ad-free extra channels filled with music and enjoy favorite shows with SiriusXM Video. Thousands of hours of shows and performances on demand. What you love is on now.
Like most shops, you probably have customers coming into the store asking to have either Apple Carplay or Android Auto integrated somehow into the system they have because their vehicle, for some reason or another, might not have it. Well, our feature brand today has come to the rescue with a whole suite of solutions specifically for this need. We're talking about ZZ-2, and we've got product expert Tiago Sperandio in the studio with us today to tell us all about it. This is CMA Connected, ZZ-2. And it starts now. Hey guys, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to another CMA Connected, presented by SiriusXM. I'm your host, Ben Wu. And on today's session, as we are, of course, in the OEM integration segment of our season, we've come across a brand that is quite unique in the category. You know, we're talking about Android Auto. We're talking about Apple CarPlay. So many vehicles being purchased right now, especially in the used market. You know, there's no lie, there's no hiding it. There's a lot of new cars that can't be delivered yet. So that used or slightly used market is on fire. And these customers are wanting that technology, wanting that convenience. And some vehicles, in fact, many vehicles just don't have it. So what do? You start scouring the internet to try to find solutions. Well, you don't need to look much further than today, because the brand today has got an amazing selection of solutions for you. And so stay tuned. We're going to cover all that. But before that, let's invite to a studio our Canadian partners who distribute ZZ-2 in Canada from Automobility. Let's bring in Mr. Michael Berger, who is the VP of Sales and Marketing. How's it going, Mike?
Hey, Ben, how are you?
I'm doing really good. We're in OEM integration. It's such an important category. I've been saying it all along. You know, this is one of those categories which, if you're a shop today, this is your daily life, right? Like, how do you integrate into these vehicles today? So having said that, do you agree with my statement about Apple CarPlay and Android Auto? And why do you think ZZ-2 is such a sought-after product and relevant right now?
Yeah, I definitely agree. It is a very important part of the independence business now to offer a product like ZZ-2. You know, car manufacturers used to, if you wanted navigation, you used to have to buy the factory nav system or do an aftermarket system after. But with the flexibility and, pretty limitless things that you can do with apps on your phone right now that are Apple and Android are allowing to be projected onto the various platforms that CarPlay and Android Auto offer. It's almost a must right now, especially for like, I never use my OE navigation system. I always use Waze because it tells me where the police are and the red light cameras and everything like that.
Absolutely.
It's also convenient for, texting. You can speak and you're not looking at your phone, so for safety reasons. So, both those systems and the ability to integrate it into your car these days is, almost a must. And even the car manufacturers these days, they're talking about Android Auto and CarPlay on their commercials before they're even talking about the car.
It's because it's that important. Like, it's no joke. This is what people want. It's convenient. It's safety. It's right now. And beyond that, now we're getting snobby about it because it's not good enough just to have wired CarPlay or Android Auto anymore. Now we demand a wireless connection because that's what we're all about. It's all about that wireless connectivity. So to set the stage, before we bring in Tiago, we've got a quick video to show you a product within the ZZ-2 lineup called Air Duo. Let's find out what that's about.
Great.
Like I said, wireless is the way to go, and it's what people want. And it seems like ZZ-2 is on the pulse of that. So, without further ado, we've got their product specialist that we call product specialist, but truly he's the vice president of ZZ-2. His name is Tiago Sperandio, and he's in the studio with us today. What's going on, Tiago?
Hey Ben, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing super good, man. I'm happy that you're here. This is such a unique product, Tiago, and I'm very happy that we'll be able to kind of give the folks a little deep dive on the selection of applications that you have, as well as kind of take an overview of just how it works, so that people can understand just how strong and how significant this solution is for the demand that is CarPlay and Android Auto, really. So let's back up a little bit. We haven't had you on the show for a while. This is your first time on the network, so welcome. Give us a little bit about the growth of ZZ-2 in these last 2-3 years.
So ZZ-2, just to give you a little background on ZZ-2. ZZ-2 actually is a Brazilian company, and we've been in the market for around 12 years. We covered the South America and Central America, and since 2019, we decided to come to the North America market, to provide the best solution and in CarPlay and Android Auto market. At a time, it was still like a brand new technology, and nowadays we're like in almost 3 years in, and the biggest goal was to be the go-to company for that type of technology. And here we are, 2022. We're doing super great. We are growing in a very fast pace. We have dealers all over the United States, and now with the help of Automobility, we're covering pretty much the whole Canada. And I can ask for a better position, to be honest with you. We are super happy to be part of the show. I want to thank you and Automobility to invite us. And yeah, I mean, it can be much better than this for right now.
That's amazing, Tiago. I mean, the growth is there. You guys are getting a lot of visibility. We're hearing a lot of chatter, right, especially amongst the technicians in the back end, about how easy it is to apply these products. And the result, I mean, that the result is the whole thing, because if it works for the customer and they're happy, then they want to install it again. So that's great. Let's talk about some accomplishments. I don't want to steal too much of your thunder. Obviously, you guys are very strong in a specific category. What you do extremely well. What have been some of the biggest accomplishments that you're most proud of recently?
So basically, when we started here in North America market, we were planning to be the go-to company for this type of solutions. And as we all know, when we start a new business, it's very difficult to get into a certain market. And with the time, and we proved to a lot of people that we do have the best technology, we do have the best tech support team in-house, and this makes us very proud as a whole team. We have a lot of guys with a lot of background in the 12-volt industry, and we are like last week, for example, we received a phone call from the Aston Martin dealership looking for a CarPlay, and I asked them, like, how did you hear about us? Like, we Google. And you guys came up as of the first option, and we're local. We want to bring a brand new 2022 DB11. So they brought the car in. 3 hours later, CarPlay was installed, and they brought the customer with them. I'm like, hey, let's take a look. And the customer was amazed. He's like, how the hell you guys can do this? And then we went over about the kit and everything, the technology, and that makes us very proud. Provide a good technology and a good service to our customers. That's the main goal of ZZ-2.
Yeah, that's amazing. And you touched on Aston Martin, and I think we're going to see over the course of your presentation some of the unique and more exotic, I will say, applications that maybe you as a dealer were not aware were even available. So we're definitely excited about that. So give us a breakdown, Tiago. What are we going to learn about today?
So today we're gonna go over with our product line. We call families. We have a few different families in our product line. We have the ZZ Play family, which is the wired and wireless CarPlay Android Auto solutions for most of the vehicles out there. And then we have another family, which is the camera interfaces. For those people that they don't want to spend extra money to have the complete solution, they also have the option to do camera only, which is very important to our category, especially for safety. In conjunction with that, we also supply the handle cameras, which is the factory fit cameras. Makes a great package with the camera interfaces and also with the CarPlay and Android units. They also provide the backup camera input. And then we have some universal devices, like you mentioned before, the ZZ Air CP and the ZZ Air Dual, which is a new product that we released 4 weeks ago. They both convert wired to wireless connection. And then we have a very unique product that I want to leave for the last, which is the Z-Wags. That's for companies, especially shops that they deal with a lot of fleets. This is a very nice device. You plug into the OBD port and flashes the OEM lights, which is a very good feature for a fleet vehicles.
Amazing. So it looks like we have a full menu today, all about integration in many different facets. So without further ado, Tiago, let's bring up your presentation and we'll set you up and we'll sit back and start learning all about ZZ-2. Take it away.
Awesome. So like I mentioned before, ZZ-2, it's a Brazilian company. We cover the whole America, I would say, for right now. We started in South America, and now we are covering the North America as well. We do provide solutions for most of the vehicles out there with the full color screen. That a lot of people, they want to add the latest technology. They want to bring their car, up to date. And some cars are really hard to replace the head unit. And most of the shops, that's the first thing they think. Okay, let's replace the head unit. And I want to talk a little bit about this in the next slides. But ZZ-2 is a very unique company. We make sure that we test everything in house before we ship out to our customers, so we know when they receive a product, it's a working device, and it's being tested here, and we do everything we can do on our side to provide the best solution to our customers. Most of our kits, especially on the ZZ Play family, they do wired and wireless CarPlay, wired and wireless Android Auto. For those customers that they like to, watch some videos while they're waiting for somebody to come in the car, we do offer the AirPlay solution, which mirrors the phone, and also a USB AV playback. So if customers wants to download some videos to the USB thumb drive, they can plug it in and watch some videos. We also offer the front and backup camera input. The rear cameras, they come with the dynamic lines. So when you turn the wheels, the lines will move on the screen. And the most important thing is fully integrated with the factory system. You don't have to add an external knob. In some hardwares, we do need to add some external microphones, but most of our units, it's fully integrated. We use the factory mic, factory Bluetooth, so you don't lose the quality during a phone call. So that makes our product very unique in certain aspects. So like we talked before, these are the most popular brands that we cover. We do have a lot of solutions, especially for European vehicles for right now. We're expanding our line. We're going to be covering the Toyotas in pretty soon, I would say 45 to 60 days. We're going to have a solution for Toyotas. Honda Acura is also coming pretty soon. And we cover some unique vehicles, like I mentioned before, the Aston Martin from 2019 and up. We do have some solutions for Lamborghinis and Bentleys. So we are covering pretty much, all the German brands as well. We have some American brands like a Chevy, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep. And it's fully integrated with the factory system. I decided to put this slide right here on this presentation because this is actually the newest device, the newest product we have. It covers from 2016 to 2019 QX60 and also the Nissan Pathfinder. So this is actually the first product we have in our line that covers some cars in a Nissan line. So that's why I decided to put this. It will give you the same features. Most of our CarPlay units, like I said before, will do the wired and wireless CarPlay, wired and wireless Android Auto. It provides the backup camera input with dynamic lines. Front view camera. The front view camera can be active. You can activate the camera at any time and speed, or you can also have the option to do right after reverse for parking purpose. So going forward with our product line, like I mentioned before, we're going to be covering and releasing the product for Toyota, which is going to be fully integrated with the factory touchscreen. And this is the biggest difference in between ZZ-2 and the other solutions out there. The Toyota kits, most of the units, you have to open up the radio and do a ribbon conversion. Our product is going to be fully plug and play behind the radio. You will work with the factory touchscreen. You're going to be able to use the factory Bluetooth as well for phone calls, so you don't lose quality during the calls. And this is actually has been a huge request from our dealers. We went to visit some customers in the last month, and I would say 8 out of 10 dealers, they kept asking for solutions for Toyotas and also Honda and Acura vehicles, which is the next product that we're gonna be coming to our market pretty soon. Honda and Acura, actually, this is available for all dealers. I would say for the next 7 to 10 days, we should have all those parts in stock. We're just waiting for some harnesses to come in, and we're gonna be good to go. And like I mentioned before, for those cars that they don't have the cameras, which is a huge request from people, especially for safety. Nobody wants to. First of all, nobody wants to damage the car, when backing up or something like that. And especially if you have kids at home or if you have pets, we need to be careful what we do, every day, wherever we go, even in the parking lot in some, supermarkets and shopping centers. So we offer the factory handle cameras. We keep the factory look in the car, and it goes really good with our camera integrations and also our CarPlay Android Auto units. We provide solutions to Audi vehicles, and we cover pretty much every single Audi from 09 to 17. The only exception is the convertible vehicles that we don't cover. They have a different connections. Going forward, we do also have the BMW handle cameras. Same thing, we cover from 09, even actually the older models from 04 all the way up to 2019 vehicles. Most of the 2017 and up vehicles, they come with camera, but every once in a while we receive some requests for cameras. So we do have those solutions. Just want to keep you guys aware of that. And we also provide the same type of solutions for Mercedes. From pretty much 2013 and up. So it's fully integrated. It keeps the factory appearance on the car, and it goes very good with our units. So this is the most important thing. In some vehicles, like a 2009 BMW, Audi, those cars pretty much they don't have a backup camera from factory, and most of the time when the customers they could go to a shop looking for a solution for a camera. Most of the shops they call us asking for a camera solution only, and we try to show them the opportunity to upsell the customer the CarPlay unit. Most of the time, I would say 90% of the time, as soon as they mention CarPlay Android Auto, they prefer to go with the complete solution, which we call all-in-one solution. It provides the CarPlay unit fully integrated and also the backup camera input with dynamic lines. So customers are pretty happy with that type of integration and service that we can provide. I try to make our customers aware of everything we can do in the car, so they can upsell products to the customers. And since they have access to the back of the radio by the time of doing the installation, why not offering it, which in terms of installation is not going to add it much time, since you have access to everything. And going forward, we talked about universal products, and this is actually the Zeus. which allows you to watch live TV if you have a YouTube TV subscription or Sling, or if you want to watch YouTube, Netflix, Hulu. So all the major apps, streaming video apps, you can now have right into your factory radio screen. So the car must have factory CarPlay. It must work with a touchscreen or the touchpad and the center console. With a simple USB connection, now you have access to all those apps right there. You only need to hotspot the unit with your phone. This is the biggest thing that I receive calls every day. People want to mirror the phone on the screen. When you mirror the phone on the screen, you are so limited because now Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, all the main apps, they block video output. So you have black screen, audio playing through the speakers, but you cannot watch videos. With the Zeus, like I said, simple USB connection. You plug into the same USB that you plug your phone in to get CarPlay on the screen. You provide hotspot connection. You grab your phone, you go to the hotspot, turn it on, and now you can watch everything on your factory radio, without being worried about phone calls, because if you receive a phone call, it will not interrupt the video on the screen, so your kid is not going to be pissed, and you don't lose the entertainment. So this is a very unique product. It's being, a lot of people call every day asking for a solution, and most of people, they look for the mirror part of it. Zeus is also capable of mirroring, but like I said, it's so limited that I prefer not to sell the Zeus to mirror. This is actually a streaming device. We can get the most out of your the infotainment system in your car. Another great solution with the Zeus, it is the Apple CarPlay conversion. It converts wired to wireless. So if you have like a 2018 F-150, now you have to plug your phone in to get CarPlay on the screen. With the Zeus, if you leave the Zeus plugged in, besides all the entertainment, you also can convert the wired to wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. So this is, I want to make it clear, the Zeus is compatible with CarPlay and Android Auto, plus the entertainment part of it. And going forward, like we talked about, and you said the conversion about wired to wireless. This is the ZZ-RCP. Actually, I grabbed one of the boxes here, the ZZ-RCP. This is our baby. This was the first unit that we released, and it's been great so far. I'm pretty sure a lot of guys sold this piece before, and it's only compatible with CarPlay, and it converts wired to wireless. It works in most of the cars with the factory CarPlay, factory wired CarPlay, and most of the aftermarket heavy units as well. The only exception is Sony. We are working on a solution for Sony, but for some reason they have a different chipset, and it's making our lives a little harder. But we're gonna get there pretty soon. And going forward, talking about the ZZ Air family, we do have the ZZ Air Dual, which is the brand new device that we released 4 weeks ago. Very hot product for right now. We sold, I would say, about 300 to 400 units in the last, I would say, 30 days. So this is actually the same concept as the ZZ-RCP. The only difference is it converts wired to wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. So now if you have somebody in the family with an Android Auto, now you have a solution to do both. So with a quick and easy selection on the screen, as soon as you plug the ZZ Air Dual, you will have the option to do CarPlay and Android Auto. And now you can do both. You can convert wired to wireless. This is it will add a lot of convenience to our commute every day. You don't have to take your phone out of the pocket. And this is what I tell most of our customers. When you sell even a CarPlay or Android solution, I tell them we were selling this for a reason. We are selling to add safety to your car. So keep the phone in the pocket. Don't grab the phone for anything. If you have to answer a phone call using the stereo control buttons, if you have to make a phone call, use Siri. Siri is there to help us out, to dial out, to send a text message. So we do have all that technology now integrated into your system, even if you're adding a CarPlay Android Auto solution, or if you're using one of the wire to wireless conversion adapters. So this is one of the most important things that I always try to pass that message to our dealers. Tell the customers, keep the phone in the pocket, use the system that you're adding to the car. And going forward, I want to talk about the Z-Wags, which is a very unique device, very simple installation, very tiny solution. It's a USB, not a USB, I'm sorry, it's an OBD programmer. You plug it in and you pull the high beam lever for 5 seconds, and it will make all the OEM lights to blink. And you can change patterns by doing the same procedure. It comes with the 8 different patterns, especially for the guys that work on with the fleets, like I said before. This is a great solution. A lot of guys, this will cover with the one unit. You can cover Ford and Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep vehicles for right now from 2013 all the way up to 2019. We are expanding our compatibility, which is going to be a little bit different than this. It's not going to be a OBD programmer. It's going to be a plug and play device at the BCN module in the car. But that will expand our compatibility from 2020 all the way up to 2022. So we're going to have a complete solution for cars starting 2013 all the way up to 2022 pretty soon. And like I said before, this is a great device that if you work with fleet, have the option to work with activated with the high beam lever, like I mentioned before. And we also include in the kit a little push button. So for those guys that don't want to mess with the lever, you install this push button, and you can press and hold to change patterns, and press and release to turn on and off this device at any time. And also it comes with a little wire, so you can just attach to ground, and now you can use one of the upfitter switches in the truck as well to play with the Z-Wags. So this is pretty much it. This is pretty much what we have today. I know it's super fast, but I just want to bring all the new solutions and all the great devices that we have for our dealers. And if you guys have questions, we encourage everybody to give us a call on our universal products like the ZZ and the Zeus. We encourage every single dealer to carry at least 2 units, one to show and one to go. So anytime you have a car in the shop that the customer is looking for a conversion wired to wireless, you just grab whatever from you have on a demo, go to the car, plug it in. If it works, awesome. Just sell the one you have in stock and pre-order another one. Zeus, the same concept. It's a unique product, universal, but you have to plug in every single one. We sold, I would say, around 2,000 ZZers CP in the last year, and it's been great. Zeus also for entertainment. Entertainment is something that's never gonna go away. So if you have customers with the newer cars, don't think that we don't offer a solution. We do offer a solution. Most of those cars, they come with CarPlay, and that's how we integrate it. We use the CarPlay input to display, the to stream videos, which is a much better solution than just mirror the phone. So I believe that's it for today, and I go back with you, Ben. I appreciate the time.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Tiago. That was excellent. Excellent. Just a real quick question here. This that WAGs thing, I didn't understand it at first when you were explaining it to me, but now the more that I think about it, the more this makes sense that it's just a simple module that you could flash and do a whole bunch of fleets and have that emergency, vehicle kind of light without actually changing any lights. So in case you didn't catch that the first time, guys tuning in, that's what it is. And now, as you heard, Tiago is going to be expanding the application list to go beyond. What is it right now? It's Dodge and Ford right now.
Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep, and Ford from 2013 to 2019 vehicles. I know that the Rams, we go a little bit to the newer ones. We go from 2021, but all the newer vehicles, we're at solution pretty soon. I would say another 45 days we will have a complete solution.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we have a whole bunch of questions. We're going to come back at the end of the show and talk about them. For now, I'm going to give you a chance to take a breather, drink a glass of water. We do have that brand new QX60 application that you just talked about in the video. So we're going to play that. And when we come back, I got our good friend Jeff Bates from Lockdown Security, who's going to come in and talk to us about his experience with ZZ-2. Don't go away.
Give me directions to Walmart.
One option I see is Walmart Supercenter on West Atlantic Boulevard.
So our good friend Jeff Bates has been certainly a very busy human being. He's been traveling all over the place, but we have a tracking system on him. So I got full-time telematics as to where Jeff Bates is at any time. And I was managed to pin him down for today's show because I know he knows a thing or two about ZZ-2. So let's go ahead and bring in our good friend Jeff Bates, the owner of Lockdown Security. Mr. Bates, how are you today?
Mr. Ben, how are you? I am doing fantastic, and I'm excited to talk about ZZ-2 and CarPlay and Android Auto today with you.
You appreciate my tracking you down?
I do, yeah. I wish I could get away from you, but
you can't.
I can't. Here I am. So.
There you are. There you are. I have an iPhone app. It's called Find Jeff.
Oh.
Yeah, I can find you.
I want to find myself.
No, it's a prototype. It's a beta. You don't have
okay.
access to this yet.
I don't have access to it.
Yeah, Michael gave me access to this with their engineers at Automob. This was their first test. Yeah. All right. So let's talk ZZ-2. Tiago just did a brilliant presentation, kind of covered all the, the new products and the existing products as well. But let's talk about CarPlay and Android Auto, for example. Am I going too far? Am I over promoting the hype? Is this real? Like CarPlay Android Auto is what people want right now.
Oh yeah, it's one of the, I think Mike made mention to it earlier. It's one of the features that people, it's almost like they're not even buying the car anymore. They're buying the connectivity. They want to make sure that their phone can connect to the vehicle, not only for phone calls, but for playing Spotify, playing Apple Music, all their different music apps. So it's a huge part of the automotive experience, and it really is becoming one of the main features that people are looking for. And if somebody buys a vehicle or has a vehicle that does not have Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, it is one of the main features that people really want to add if possible. So we get a lot of requests and a lot of volume of customers that want to do this to their vehicles.
All right, so the demand is real. And of course, like any good consumer and business owner like yourself, you've Googled and looked on things like Amazon and see what kind of solutions there are. How do some of these units compare to those, no-name Amazon stuff, let's say?
Well, there really is no comparison between the two of them. ZZ-2, one of the benefits that we have found working is documentation, both on the installation side and for the user side is fantastic. It's written clearly in English, so it's very clear and concise to follow, which is a very important thing. And I can't say that that's always the case with a lot of the other products that are out there. One of the other big things is that ZZ-2 has an actual real live human being support system. What I mean by that is that they have a toll-free number that you can call. They have somebody that will answer the phone that you can talk to if you run into an installation issue or any sort of usability issue, which it cannot be said about a lot of the generic products out there. And a big part of it has been the reliability of the product. Once you install the ZZ-2 interfaces, they really don't come back. There's no
Mm.
issues with warranty, even though the warranty is fantastic. It's one of those warranties that you're pretty much never going to use, to be honest with you. At least we've never used any of the warranty coverage on these products because they work. You put them in, and until the customer has another vehicle that they want to do, or they want to add something else to the vehicle, that's the only time you're really going to hear back once you do one of these installations,
Wow. So
which
this
is
is like
good.
this is exactly what you want to hear from a dealer perspective, is a unit that has support, that has the applications that you put it in, and the only time the customer comes back is if they want another one for another vehicle.
Exactly.
That's wow.
Exactly.
That sounds like
It's a it's a perfect product.
it's like a perfect product. Okay. Within the line, Tiago covered a couple of things. He covered the ZZ Play stuff. He then introduced the new Duo, which now can go from wired to wireless, not just for CarPlay, but also for Android Auto. The
Yeah,
media
that's
player
exciting.
introduced. What are some of the fast movers that you've seen at Lockdown?
So for us, we do a lot of BMWs, a lot of Audis. Audis has been a really popular segment. A lot of Porsche. So owners of Porsche 911s, Porsche Boxsters, those sports cars, that they've been very popular, adding CarPlay to those. And then one of the things too, Tiago mentioned it, was we've really picked up on the trend. A lot of people with, for example, BMWs. It's strange, but you would think that a BMW, being essentially a luxury vehicle, would come with a backup camera, but many of them do not. Even to this day, a lot of BMWs don't always come with backup cameras. They're optional. And so what's really cool is it's a very easy upsell to get somebody into CarPlay and Android Auto. When you look at the pricing for somebody that just wants to add, let's say, a backup camera, they're going to be looking at a few $100s or even more than a few $100s to do that. And when you tell them that not only can you get a backup camera, but you can add this connectivity of CarPlay and Android Auto to the vehicle,
Mm.
that's sometimes or many times a huge closing tool that you can use to get this technology into people's vehicles. And it can mean the difference between somebody trading in a few-year-old model vehicle to get a new one that has Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, versus equipping their older model with the technology and keeping the vehicle. And in today's day and age, it's really hard to get a new vehicle or even a used vehicle. So it's another closing tool that you can use to really sell the product line to your
Yeah,
customers.
we're definitely going to circle back to that and look over, an overview of what the market is and maybe what it looks like over the next 2 to 5 years. You said something about the Porsche. It's crazy. You remember the movie Bad Boys? Like, it's a Porsche. It's so expensive and it doesn't have a cup holder. Well, it's kind of the
Yeah,
same situation.
it's the
These
same
people,
situation.
they
Yeah,
don't have
yeah,
CarPlay. It's unbelievable. So why I bring that up? The customer who has the budget to purchase a vehicle such as a Porsche, trust me, they're not looking at the price of a ZZ-2 unit. They're looking at how fast can you get it in. So you just got to make
exactly.
them aware that it's available. I think is the responsibility of the dealer in that case.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
what about some of these more complicated applications? Like you drop Porsche, you drop BMW. Audi for me is one that I rarely see solutions for, because they're so old school. Like I remember seeing like a not so long ago a cassette player still in an Audi deck. It wasn't that long ago that they took it out. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
or a CD player for that matter. So any other exotic applications that you feel is easy to kind of came to the rescue with?
Well, they have coverage on Lamborghini, so they have coverage for a Lamborghini Aventador, which it goes along the lines. A Lamborghini Aventador is a high six-figure vehicle, so it's crazy that they wouldn't be equipping the newer versions with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. So that's a very interesting application. With regards to like some of the more complicated applications, there are vehicles where you do have to take the radio out and actually take apart the LCD screen to put the interface in. There are some Porsche applications, some Infinity applications where you have to do that. But again, going back to ZZ-2's documentation, I mean, it's a pretty intimidating thing for an installer to have to take a factory radio out and actually open it completely up to insert something in the radio. So having that good documentation, having that tech support number that you can call if you feel unsure about something, is a huge benefit to ZZ-2. I will say though that most applications are not that complex. Most applications that you're going to do are going to be completely plug and play, either behind the radio or at the radio tuner module, if that's somewhere like in the trunk or elsewhere in the front dash. So for those people or those dealers out there that have not really investigated doing these interfaces because they may be intimidated by the complexity, rest assured that most of them are actually quite straightforward and they're mostly plug and play. But there are some that are complex that require a little bit more labor. However, the support is there to guide you through it. And we've leveraged that support and it works amazing. And it always works in the end. So
again, I mean, other than the fact of all the great reasons you've already given, we've talked about the complex stuff, we've talked about the simple stuff. Your final statement, why would you recommend ZZ-2 to other dealers who may be looking at this?
I would recommend it because it allows you to expand into a segment that, as Tiago was mentioning, a lot of dealers would default to head unit replacement. Well, a lot of vehicles, it's either not possible to change the head unit, or it's prohibitively expensive to do so, and you end up possibly losing features or functionality. So for the first reason I would tell dealers to do it would be it gives you an extra segment that you can market into. It may not become your biggest segment, but extra labor dollars, extra product dollars are always great to have. And it allows you to keep your customers in-house. Those customers may be somebody that if you tell them that you can't do it or that you don't do CarPlay or Android Auto upgrades, they may end up trading the vehicle in to buy a vehicle that has it, where you could keep them as your customer in the shop and sell them a product that's going to make them happy with their existing vehicle. And what's really cool is that you can then add backup cameras, front view cameras, and even those vehicles that have backup cameras already, if they have a backup camera but no CarPlay or Android Auto, you add the ZZ-2 interface and you can actually get the customer to invest in a front view camera. And ZZ-2 has vehicle specific front view camera applications. So what does that mean? They have cameras that are specifically, cosmetically designed to be integrated on specific vehicles. So it's not something that you have to hunt around for a location to mount the camera. It's already engineered and designed to literally plug and play on the front of the vehicle. So great upsell opportunity for something that many people don't currently offer. So
absolutely. I know I, for one, was not aware that these solutions were available until the first time we had ZZ-2 on CMA, and now the catalog has literally doubled since that time. So obviously they're doing something right. So Jeff, thank you enough. I'm going to ask you to hang backstage for a bit while we bring everybody back in for a discussion. Thank you so much for being here.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Right. So ZZ-2, a very unique offering with some great new products that integrate Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. More stuff with WAGs that does some lighting stuff. And then we have also camera integration as well. Let's bring everybody back in and have a discussion and talk about a couple key things that really are important for the dealers and for the market. So we'll bring back Jeff, we'll bring back Tiago, and we'll bring back Michael. Hey, guys. So, here's where I want to start with Tiago. First of all, I want to give you an opportunity to comment on Jeff's testimonial, hearing a dealer talk about your product the way he has.
Awesome. I appreciate all the comments from Jeff. And he mentioned something and about the Porsche units. And we came up with a new Porsche kit that might be new to most of the dealers that are watching right now. This new Porsche unit, it's everything in one device. So like he mentioned before, you have to open up the radio to do the installation. And most of the other solutions out there, you have to add an external device behind the radio. And now ZZ-2 came out with a solution which is everything integrated into one board. So the same board that you mount inside the radio to get the video in and the touch commands to control CarPlay, now we'll do everything. So there's no more external modules behind the radio. It's everything inside the radio, which in the Porsche vehicles, we all know it's very tight to find a place to install the module. So now ZZ-2 released this new solution, and making the installation much easier.
Very nice.
Yeah. And another point that I want to leave here a good tip to all the dealers. If you guys are not sure about something, like Jeff said, we do have tech support available. We have our sales team available. You guys can talk to Auto Mobility all the time. But if you guys want to search for something on the website, you guys can find anything, feel free to give us a call. We are open pretty much, from 9 o'clock in the morning to 8, 9 o'clock at night, Eastern time. So I just want to be, open to everybody to call us. It doesn't matter. There's no stupid questions at all. Most of the guys, they call like, oh, I hate to call with stupid questions, but I prefer to answer all the questions and make sure everybody, get the right solution and, get everybody assisted right away as soon as they have a question.
Perfect. Mike, you brought in this product. You're going to your Canadian dealers with this product. What was the feedback when you showed them what these products can do?
I think my mic is muted. Oh, I'm unmuted now. Can you hear me okay? Hello?
Can you
Yes.
hear us?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, sorry. Can
I
you
was just
repeat?
asking, what was the feedback that you got from dealers the first time you introduced ZZ-2? Did they even know about it? Were they aware? Were they surprised?
So we tried some other products, because we were getting questions from our dealers. Do you have something that actually works? And like Jeff mentioned, it stays in the car and works. So with ZZ-2, we obviously found that, and we've been growing with them since then. So yeah, it's a category that dealers are always asking us, do you have something like this? Because, for older customers, they don't want to change the radio, or you can't change the radio like Jeff said. So it's a perfect solution to add CarPlay and Android Auto.
Jeff, on that note, I want to give you an opportunity because you too just witnessed that presentation, a couple new products, new applications that Tiago just dropped here on CMA. Any questions that you may have for Tiago?
One of the questions would be Tiago, what's your best suggestion for looking up vehicle applications? Is it going through price guides that we receive from Automobility, or should we be using the ZZ-2 website? What's your suggestion on that?
So our website, it's very up to date. I mean, there's a lot of work to do every day. We keep adding some notes. Even if you go right now and search for like an Audi, like Ben mentioned before, we try to put as much as information as you can on our website. We put notes, we put details on the radios, what to look for. So I do encourage, like I said before, call us or go on a website. If you guys don't find anything, feel free to give us a call or even chat. We do have a live chat on our website that we are watching all the time. So website is very good. It's up to date. Like I said, there's a lot of things to do to improve our services, but that's the best thing we have. It's our website. I would say 98% of the cars that we cover, we put detailed notes there that covers pretty much everything that you need to know about the car. And like I said, we prefer to double, triple check the vehicle and the system before sending a unit, to our customers to avoid headaches. And that's one of the main things that we try to do here in house. It's qualify the car precisely, so we avoid problems for us and of course to you guys as a provider to the customers.
Very good. Any other questions you may have, Jeff?
The last question, ZZ Air Duo, that's shipping now? That's available now?
Yes, shipping now. Like I said, we sold about 300 to 400 units in like a month. We had a little bit on back order on our side, but we are getting everything straight out right now. So we will have those solutions in house, I believe, by the end of this week. But we do have everything in stock. We try to do our best to keep a huge quantities in stock, so we don't have that problem with the shortage at all.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Now, Tiago, I would be remiss if I didn't ask you for any last-minute tips that you might want to share for dealers tuning in that could help them with installs, or maybe a call that you get often that we can kind of address right now.
Yes. So basically, what we do the most is Android and CarPlay solutions, and everybody's looking for a wireless connection nowadays. One very good tip that we do with every single customer, especially with CarPlay, which is the most popular solution, we need to make sure as soon as you do an installation, as soon as you're gonna pair the phone with the unit, you guys, all the dealers, and you guys have to train the end users to do a hard reboot on a phone. This will improve the connectivity between the phone and the CarPlay unit. It's a simple procedure. Most of people, they don't know how to do it. They think it's just turning on and off the device is gonna do that, but no. You have to do a simple procedure, and I have my phone here, which I'm gonna try to show you guys how to do it. Is just press and release volume up, press and release volume down, and press and hold the power button. You see the slider to turn the phone off, you ignore that and keep holding the power button. This is very important to do. The phone when the screen went blank, and now as soon as you see the Apple logo, you release it. This reboots the phone. This improves the connectivity with the CarPlay, and it prevents to dropping out the connection and black screen issues. This is very good.
Tiago, is that different? That's different from shutting off and turning on?
Yes, because nowadays we go into different environments. The phones are pairing multiple devices at the same time. You have your AirPods, you have your Apple Watch, you have the Bluetooth in the car. So it's pairing multiple times. As soon as boot, it clears up the memory. So it starts from the scratch all the connections. So
that means I have to reconnect all my previously connected Bluetooth devices, though.
It doesn't delete anything. It just clears up the caches, I would say. So exactly, because nowadays
something healthy to do on a regular, anyways, not just for the purpose of connecting
CarPlay. Exactly. So because nowadays the phones they're up and running 24/7. As soon as you get home, you put it on a charger, so it doesn't die at all. So by doing this, it will improve a lot of the connectivity, especially with our units. We receive a lot of phone calls asking about the same questions over and over. And this is the best tip we can give it to our customers.
All right. I'm going to circle back to Jeff. Final question of this discussion. This is a category which is growing. Obviously, we're kind of at the precipice of it. It's starting to take off. We're getting into those generations of vehicles, which is just perfect. And it goes backtracks as well, especially with aftermarket radios, if you're doing that. What do you see as the future of this particular category going forward, Jeff?
I think we'll see a huge growth in the wireless dongle market in terms of converting wired CarPlay into wireless. Same for Android Auto. I think that's a big part of it. Many vehicles nowadays are coming with CarPlay and Android Auto, the newer vehicles, but not wireless CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. And then the same thing, I think we're going to see an explosion of higher volume of doing these interface products, especially as the newer vehicles that didn't come with it start to age a little bit more and go into the used vehicle market. That's where we're going to see people that are so accustomed to having this feature and buying a vehicle that doesn't have it, where they call up and they want to add the product line. And what I'm excited for is the fact that ZZ-2 has the Toyota and Honda applications as well as Acura, because that's going to unlock, as much as we all love doing the higher end luxury vehicles like BMW, Audi, Mercedes. There's a lot more Toyotas and Hondas on the road, so and Acuras. So there's a bigger pool of customers now that are going to be able to take advantage of this technology, and a bigger pool of vehicles that didn't come with it from those manufacturers. And what's great is Toyota, Acura, and Honda are usually more long-term vehicles because they're so reliable. So there's more of them out there that are going to be on the road. So
do you think there's a model here, Jeff, from an expediter point of view?
Possibly. Yeah, I think so. It really comes down to if you're an expediter working with dealerships, the changes that have come about due to the chip shortages and vehicles that are being shipped that don't have features, or just the shortage of being able to get a used vehicle. I think that this is definitely a selling feature if you are an expediter, where you approach your dealers and you say, look, if you've got a vehicle that you're trying to sell, but it's not selling because it's missing this feature, by the way, we can add it. Or, by the way, just to remain relevant, maybe you should start equipping all of your used vehicles that are on the lot with this feature and use it as a selling tool to try and sell make the dealer have a competitive advantage over other used vehicle dealers and new vehicle dealers that may not be doing that.
Smart, very smart. I'll leave the last word with you, Tiago. Same question, the future of this particular segment moving forward.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities out there. Like Jeff's mentioned, there's a lot of newer cars coming out to the market without CarPlays due to the shortage of the chips and everything like that. So we're seeing a great feature in front of us. The Toyotas and Honda, we're putting a lot of effort in those two products. A lot of cars out there. We just received a phone call yesterday on 2021 Highlander without CarPlay. So we do have I would say a few years in front of us with great opportunities. and I can ask for better. And I hope we still have a lot of cars out there without CarPlay, and we're gonna be growing our compatibility list pretty soon. And just follow us if you guys want to get notifications on our news. Just reach out to Automobility, and we're also here to support everybody.
Amazing. Guys, gentlemen, Michael, Jeff, Tiago, thank you so much for joining us today. ZZ-2, remarkable product, very unique. And I'm happy we're here to get updates on the latest products from ZZ-2. Thank you so much, gentlemen.
All right. Thank you.
So there you have it. All about ZZ-2. I want to bring up the information as Tiago was mentioning there. If you're interested in finding out more information about ZZ-2 products, check out their website. It's ZZ-2.com. That is their official website, and I'm sure all the updates and all the vehicle application search that Tiago was talking about, that's where you would go. And if you happen to be a Canadian dealer and you're like, yes, I need more ZZ-2 or I need some ZZ-2, get a hold of the team at Automobility at automob.ca. Michael will be sure to make sure that his top representative is there to set you up. All right. On that note, I want to remind you to continue tuning in to CMA Networks right through to August 26th as we explore all the many brands involved with OEM integration. It's the OEM integration sessions as we showcase one OEM integration brand per day right through till August 26th. We have a great contest going on right now. It's almost over. We're going to be doing the draw real soon, being brought to you by the folks at Kenwood. Enter a chance to win a dual camera motorsport kit from Kenwood worth almost $700. It's open to Canadian retailers only. All you got to do is head over to the CMA Facebook page. We have this post pinned right at top. Go ahead and register, and you could be the lucky winner of this dual camera system. And if you're on there, make sure you check out CMA Networks. If you like this video and many more, we've done so many videos to cover every topic in 12 volt. If you want to find out more videos from Automobility, check out the playlist and click on Automobility and discover more videos right there. That's it for this CMA Connected, presented by SiriusXM. Thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Ben Wu. Until next time, we connect.
I mean, yeah, let's talk about
Stop
today where I'm going to
Yo, roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to SiriusXM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What?
What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on SiriusXM.
What?
This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?